Hello YouTube, this is Rascal Ryan 521, and today I have a new video, and I know you haven't heard from me in a couple weeks, but yeah, this is just basically a video. I'm going to be showing you my updated Hogwarts, and then I have an idea that I want to tell you about. A lot of you probably won't be too happy about, but some of you might. But yeah, it's not really, I'm just showing you, I updated like 1 or 2 rooms, and I just have a new minifigure layout, because I don't want to just go back and, after I took down the battle thing, I didn't just want to go back, watch my Hogwarts video, and see how all the minifigures were set up originally. I just kind of did something new, something fresh. So yeah, there's a lot of spare minifigure parts and whatnot lying around. I've been doing some modifying lately, so I'm just going to show you the differences. There's my updated Centaur. Like I said, his arms are ripped off. They're on a custom minifigure right now. I'll put them back later. Haven't really changed. I changed Aragog's lair a little bit. So yep, that's it. With that, and then the greenhouse I did change up a little bit. Oh yeah, and there's Jar Jar from the Case of the Missing Jar Jar stop motion I told you about in my Hogwarts video, about how Jar Jar goes missing in the Wizarding World. And they have to send a squad of clones out to find him. I haven't filmed even a part of that in over a year. That was like an idea I had one weekend. I filmed like maybe a minute's worth of footage in one weekend, and then I just stopped. I haven't even filmed since. Or at least I've tried to film a little bit more since, but the footage hasn't come out well because the camera's kind of acting up a little bit. So yeah, I'll probably just start over on that. New minifigure layout, I just got a couple of teachers. Like I've got Madam Hooch walking towards the Quidditch pitch. I think that was there before. Got some players during Quidditch tryouts. I have the Slytherin, Crab, and Goyle. I think that's it. I had a new scene with Superman and General Zod. And it looks really cool. Like if I were to do this, it kind of looks like Superman's actually flying. Oh yeah, by the way, more good news. I recently saw Back to the Future last night, and it was like one of the awesomest movies I've ever seen. I mean, it's not like my new favorite movie, but I did think it was really good. So because of that, I'll probably be getting the, I'll probably end up getting the, what do you call it, the DeLorean set. I don't know when. I'm broke because I just recently bought Orthanc, but, yeah, I'll get that soon. Still, probably one of my favorite parts of Hogwarts. I love how this tower just kind of fits in there perfectly. I might even, like, hide something in there, maybe, in the future. Find her to put it back in while I'm looking at my camera. I modified the roof for the covered bridge. I think that looks a lot better. Nice, sleek, you know. It's got, like, this barn house type of look. You've got Lupin in there. Because remember him and Harry had a conversation in there, and was it the Prisoner of Azkaban? Yeah, it was. I smoothed out the windowsills. Oops. Sorry. That looks pretty cool. I've got 5 windows on there. Yep. I have Superman Superman's over there. I have Iron Man right here. That might have been my Hogwarts video. It's from one of those poly bags. the one poly bag, you know, the one with the little drone from the Avengers. I have the Grey Lady kind of watching off the balcony right there. I think she looks cool there. I used to kind of have her in that room, kind of looking out through the window of the the area of the spider web. But I put something new in there. I'll show you that in just a minute. I still have the Patronus, you know, Expecto Patronum. I still have that scene over here with the Dementors. I got a city set, miniature one, for like $7, I think. Because it came with a shark and the surfboard guy is kind of cool. So I bought that, and I just kind of added that in there. So, yep. And then I got the flying car, flying over the lake. Still got the cave scene. Got a police boat patrolling over here. Not much more at all. Still got the gates for Hogwarts. I've got the little tree. Still got the portrait hole over there. Fox. And in here, I didn't really change much about the room requirement, except for I just put the brooms in a barrel instead of on a rack. Iraq, not Iraq, not the country Iraq. And then I've got still the globe and everything. Not much changing in there. Still got Filch's office, you know, whatnot. I changed up the library because I always hated the library. It was my least favorite room of the, you know, of the whole set. Just because, I mean, it didn't really, I don't know, it was too big and it wasn't organized. It didn't even look like the real library. Kind of made me mad. Oops. Something over back there. I've got, Hermione's head's supposed to be on there, but like I said, I've taken it off for something else. I got 2 bookcases. I've got the Monster Book of Monsters right there. I think that's what they call them. And more books on the racks, and then some books piled up on the ground. Some more desks with open books and lamps. And the window with some candles, and the big window, and that green tower piece is missing. Which I'm not normally one to lose my Legos, but since this is so close to the edge, it's probably just been nicked a few times or whatever, and eventually it flew off. Didn't really change much about this section of the Hogwarts. Kind of changed this area up here with Fluffy a little bit. No, he's not. He's only being held in with 2 studs, so it's a lot easier for him to be taken down. I recently started watching, hang on, there you go, you didn't want to go back on there for a second. I recently started watching The Walking Dead. It's like my new favorite show on TV. It's so good. I'm actually going to start doing Walking Dead mocks, I think. Be on the lookout for a mock of Herschel's farm. If you watch The Walking Dead, you'll know what I'm talking about. I would do the prison. Please don't request that. I would do it, but I don't even have that many gray pieces as it is, and so many of them are on my mock. Even the ones I have are used on mocks anyway, so I just couldn't do that. But I'm thinking about doing Herschel's farm, maybe a portion of the prison where Rick woke up. But yeah, anyway, the reason some of the minifigures in my Hogwarts are torn apart is because I have Walking Dead customs. You got Rick there. I'm gonna do a video on that shortly. I've got a bunch. I've got like, got Dale over there. Got Lori. What's his name? Merle, the governor. One of my personal favorites, Herschel. And then I've got Michonne and Daryl and so many other cool ones. The thing I moved, by the way, for the Grey Lady was I put the Goblet of Fire in there. I've still got the age ring, whatever you call it. Yep, so that's about it. Still have the Dueling Club. The Great Hall is pretty much the same. I had to change the face on. This is the Fat Friar, is that his name? One of the ghosts, I think the Hufflepuff ghost. Nothing really changed about that area. Greenhouse still the same, so yep. And, the thing that, I have a big update, by the way, just to let you know. My guys just completely fell over. Like I said before, a lot of you people aren't going to be too happy with this fact. I might even lose some subscribers because of this. But this is how I feel, this is what I want to do. So I'd really appreciate it if you didn't tell me I suck or anything in the comments for doing this. But I still really like Harry Potter. I mean, the Prisoner of Azkaban and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 still remain 2 of my favorite movies of all time, especially the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I love the Gringotts scene in the Battle of Hogwarts. Everything about that movie is just awesome. Especially, oh yeah, and I love the 19 Years Later segment. That part always had me tearing up a little bit. I mean, like, not actually, but it always made me feel like I wanted to cry. I'm just, sometimes with parts like that, you know, yeah, there's not many movies get me emotional. So, the end of The Return of the King kind of makes me sad. Movies with animals dying, those movies kind of, okay, I'm off topic now. I don't know why I'm talking about movies that make me sad. But the thing is, I still like Harry Potter, but I'm just not as into it as I was back in 5th grade. Back when I was in 5th grade about 3 years ago. I'm in 8th grade now. 8th grade. So, the thing is, I'm not necessarily gonna, like, tear it apart, but I am gonna be taking down my Hogwarts. Not tearing it down, but taking it down my Hogwarts. Taking down my Hogwarts. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, though. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. And when I say not tearing it down, but taking it down, there's a difference. Because there is. Tearing it down would be like if I ripped, you know, everything apart and I used all the pieces for a new mock. But taking it down is just where I'm going to take the towers out. You know, all the towers. I'll take the maybe not the covered bridge, because the covered bridge I might just have to destroy because it's so fragile. You can't even take it off that base plate. You know, and the Quidditch Towers and the Whomping Willow and Hagrid's hut. I'll probably be taking all that down and making place for a new gigantic MOC that I have a plan for, and that is a Middle-earth MOC. I think my Lord of the Rings stuff deserves a lot more than just sitting down there in that corner. It's a box covering it up. Because I love, I'm starting, like I said, I still like Harry Potter, but Lord of the Rings is like my new, I guess you could say, obsession now. So the thing is, I think how I used to do, here's how my old agenda went. I used to do Harry Potter MOCs as my main priority, Lord of the Rings MOCs, Lord of the Rings MOCs, and the occasional Star Wars MOC. Well, now it's probably going to be, you'll see a lot of my, you'll probably still see the occasional Walking Dead MOC. You'll probably see a Lord of the Rings project update soon, like, because this whole thing will probably become a big Lord of the Rings MOC, and you'll probably see an update of that every once in a while. And I think my main priority in terms of, like, weekly MOCs, hopefully weekly, I think I'm going to do MOCs based off The Walking Dead. Now, like, that's just an idea, but that's how I think it's going to go. I think that's how it's going to go down. That's kind of how I want it to go down, actually. And I won't be able to come up with enough to do every week, but I'll definitely, maybe I'll just do, like, mini scenes. Like, I'll do just a scene of, like, some of the main characters running down the street shooting at zombies, and, you know, or walkers, as they call them. You know, and maybe I'll just do, like, a small segment of a road, and, you know, and maybe I can even do a scene in the woods. I can just do a bunch of mini scenes from the show. So that's the big news that I didn't think you'd be too happy about. But if you just hear me out, I think this could be a really cool MOC, because, you know, I could have the Shire over here. I'll probably, if I put the Shire in this MOC, like, it'll probably be actually in the corner. You know, I'd probably take this pumpkin patch out. I'd probably put it with it. I'd probably print off a little decal, put a little fencing around it, and say something that says the Shire. You know, maybe, like, put a little wood post or something. And, you know, I'd have it lead into, I'll build, like, a little miniature town right here, and I'll put the Prancing Pony, you know, do a little miniature version of Bree. And then I'll have, like, woods, like, with a bunch of trees sprawled out over here, you know, and then maybe I'll do a couple mountains in the background, some small mountains in the background using some of these big rock pieces. And then I'll have the Mines of Moria scene, you know, of course. And it'll, like, start over there with the Shire, and then I'll work around, I'll put, like, Helm's Deep back there, and then I could end, like, right here with Mordor. And I just think this MOC that I came up with, it just has so much potential. I'll call it, like, my gigantic Middle-earth MOC. And I'm super excited about it. I've wanted to get started for a while now. And I just, like I said, I recently got Orthanc, so maybe I'll make that, like, the centerpiece, like, maybe that'll go, like, right here. And with getting the Orthanc set, I'll probably end up destroying my Orthanc MOC, which means, since it uses primarily the same pieces as my, my Barad-dûr MOC, you know, the Eye of Sauron, I could probably build that up taller. And, yeah, so, that's just an idea, guys. It'll probably end up becoming a reality. Like I said, I'm not tearing down my Hogwarts, I'm taking it down. I'll take it down the towers, and I'll keep them built off to the side. And if I need the pieces, well, maybe I'll tear apart the towers. I don't know. I think Harry Potter, and I'm just done with it. I mean, it's not like, oh, you know, it sucks, I hate it, Harry Potter's stupid. No, I don't think that. I just think, in my opinion, I'm getting more into Lord of the Rings now because I'm getting older. Because I think Lord of the Rings is geared for older kids and adults. Not that Harry Potter is for little kids, no, because, I mean, Harry Potter is mostly praised for, you know, being for all ages. But that's just the thing with me. I'm just kind of getting out of my whole Harry Potter phase. But you'll still see, I'm not going to be tearing everything apart right away. Every Harry Potter MOC you haven't seen, like the Lovegood house over in that corner, I'll still show that. There's just my wall with all my Harry Potter MOCs. You got a couple minifigures. I think you've seen every other one, and then you've got all my vehicles, and I've done a slightly, not very much, but a slightly updated version of Shell Cottage. You'll see that. I still got the King's Cross to do, which is basically just an updated version of some city, of a city set of the train station. And then I've still got a mini mock of the graveyard from the Goblet of Fire, and I've still got like 3 or 4 more Harry Potter mocks to show you guys, and then I hate to say, I think I'm just done with it. I really do. I want to move on to Lord of the Rings now. That Lord of the Rings is like my new, like I said, if I could call it a obsession. Lord of the Rings is probably my new obsession. Because I'm reading The Hobbit now, and it's like my new favorite book of all time. I mean, even more so than Harry Potter. I just love I read it faster than any book I've ever read. Well, I can't necessarily say that, but I mean, because I've had more homework than I've ever had before. So you know. But anyway, stay tuned for that. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I really want to know what you guys feel. Oh yeah, and every Lord of the Rings mock I've shown you before I put it in my giant Mordor mock, or my giant Middle Earth mock, you'll see an individual video of just that mini mock. Because I've still got Aemon Hen, I've got Treebeard, I've got Osgiliath, I've got the 2 giant stone statues. I can't think of their names right now. I still have so many more to show you. So please be on the lookout for that. I didn't intend this to be such a long video, but I had a lot to say. So please, please, please tell me what you think in the comments. I don't want to be making the wrong decision. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see you later, guys. Bye.